Righty. Welcome. Happy Lonely Friday night. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. It's the bookend show. It's the close to your week. It's the beginning of your weekend. We're celebrating life. We're celebrating everything. We're celebrating you. We're even celebrating the one and only Hot Dog. Welcome, Hot Dog.
Muted. Whoopsies. Operator. Here I am.
That's all right.
Hello.
You got that oversized hat on. Looking good.
Bad haircut day.
Man, all of them. Yeah. You
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would think by now you'd just go to a new barber, but keep giving him tries. Yeah, no, I get it. Sometimes I go to the barber and I go, I can't believe you fucked this up. I can't believe you did this. Look, Hot Dog, as we meet and to all the lonely faithful out there, as we meet here tonight, I come to you at a crossroads. We've been promoting Sam Roberts Now as the loneliest show on the internet since its inception for years now. And it is still the loneliest show on the internet. And we are still here to take lonely back, to reclaim loneliness as a positive. Here's my problem. I'm writing the tweet out. I don't know if you get these tweets now, Hot Dog, but all the bots on Twitter, all the spam bots are hot girls that say, hey, you feeling lonely with the letter U, or hey, pandemic got you lonely. Hey, quarantine got you lonely. All the bots, probably Russian, keep saying lonely, 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 to the point where I'm sending out the tweet going like, okay, let me brand it properly. Let me say, oh, it's another Lonely Friday. Come join us on Sam Roberts Now. And I go, I can't, because people are going to look at that tweet and kind of throw it in the back of their minds. Oh, it must be a bot. Like, they're not going to look at the, if obviously
sex bots.
Yeah, they're going to think I'm a sex bot. They're going to see my profile and they're going to think I'm a sex bot. But, and it's like, on one end, I'm going, okay, well, I'll just ease up on the lonely thing. But on the other end, I'm like, do I want the sex bots to win? Do I want to just lay down and allow these sex bots to control me? Is that really the type of person that I want to be? Is that the role model that I want to be? Is that the host to you that I want to be?
Do you not see the marketing strategy that's available for you here? They have a good idea. They jump in on all the big Instagram accounts like the Joe Rogans and all that stuff, and they spam everything. And so feeling lonely. Why can't that be you? Why can't you be that person under the Joe Rogans and the Obamas and whatever?
How great would that be if I just started replying to people as well, going, Lonely Friday. Hey, Lonely Friday. Yeah. Hey, quarantine got you lonely. Hey, Lonely Friday. Anybody watching? Maybe that's what I do. Yeah, maybe I just get my own bots. Maybe that's the thing. Look, we're not giving it up.
I'll be your bot. I'll be your sex bot.
I'll be your... I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving up lonely.
Never.
I'm not giving it up. I'm probably not going to tweet Lonely Friday that much because I don't want people to just mentally... people will put me in their mental spam folder. And I'm already fighting to get out of there at all costs, okay? I feel like there's just something about me that a large population already is putting me in their mental spam folder, and I don't like it in there. I'm constantly, I'm kicking my way off that list. Every single day is another attempt to get off that pay no mind list. So by tweeting it, I feel like people go, oh yeah, that's pay no mind Sam. Like, no. I actually wrote the word lonely. This wasn't an artificially intelligently generated word, lonely. So
I've been telling you the last couple of weeks, you should just go down the lowest common denominator of just, YouTube thumbnails that get people's attention, with the exaggerated faces, and maybe you send out a tweet that's like, special announcement. I got a big announcement tonight. Sam Roberts Now. You want to tune in?
Maybe.
Kind of.
So you think just go full clickbait?
Full clickbait. I would love that.
Money. How much money versus click? No more worrying about content. No more worrying about material. Just what is the thing? Yeah, maybe. Mr. Beast says...
The content's going to be there.
Yeah.
But the clickbait. You need a little bit of a clickbait.
Yeah.
Let's focus. How about why don't you give us right now? Just give us like a shocked face. I'll use it for the thumbnail. There you go.
What do you mean I'll use it for the thumbnail? I'll use it for the thumbnail. Like you've ever made a thumbnail for the channel.
I can cut it.
I'll use it for the thumbnail. You have never made a thumbnail for the channel. Do not get on here and have people thinking that you're this like mastermind behind the scenes who's doing all this stuff. You do absolutely nothing.
Well, that's not what I meant. I'm not taking credit for your thumbnails. I was just saying maybe you need a change and I could help you.
You can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Okay.
Don't play this game. You tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, and that's where I'll step in. Since when? Since when? Well, we could start. We could start. Yeah. It's been a big week. It's been a lot of incredible things are
big day
are happening out across the world. I don't know if you've heard about this, Hot Dog, but we've got adult Happy Meals now at McDonald's. We've reached a pretty nice pinnacle of the crossover brand, cross promotion era of fast food. McDonald's was kind of at the forefront of this stuff with the Travis Scott McDonald's meal. I feel like that got a lot of people talking, and then a ton of pop stars. You know, McDonald's got, what's their names? BSK, BTK, whatever.
BTS, dude.
BTS, of course. Come on. BTS, that was a good meal. I think, what was it? Popeyes that got the Saweetie sauce. I don't know. There's been a ton of them.
Yes.
But, and I was good. I've been a fan of most of these things. But this is one that I feel like has got to be the most genius one, because it's not just, hey, I'm going to plaster this celebrity's name to this meal, and if you like this famous person, buy the meal that they might buy if they ever ate McDonald's. Like, nope. No. Because a lot of people that I've been seeing partake in this offering have no idea what the collaboration is. McDonald's is collaborating with Cactus Plant Flea Market. Now, Cactus Plant Flea Market is it's a clothing designer that has risen to prominence in the streetwear genre. They have done collaborations with Nike. I think their first real breakout collaboration was when they did Kids See Ghosts. Remember when Kanye and Kid Cudi were still friends and they had a group together and they put out Kids See Ghosts?
Oh, yeah, they're beefing, right?
Yeah. But it was Cactus Plant Flea Market that did all their merch. Their merch got real famous. Remember all those shirts that you would see all over the place that said, "Ye must be born again"? Remember those shirts? Maybe you don't. I don't know. But that was Cactus Plant Flea Market, CPFM. And so now Cactus Plant Flea Market says, hey, we're a clothing designer. Why don't we collaborate with you, fast food brand? And the fast food brand says, that's a great idea. But what they've done is, instead of just being like, hey, if you like our clothes, buy this meal, they're going, we don't care if you've ever heard of this brand. We're going to offer you something that has been requested. Because the thing about people in America, and maybe across the world, I don't know, I can't speak to that. I can only speak to Americans. Adults, I would say 45 and under at this point. I would probably cap it around 45, but adults 45 and under have, for whatever reason, found themselves in a state of arrested development. And that's not a knock. It just is what it is. There's something about, it started, I think, in the 80s. There's something about the way that we were raised with just cool shit around us all the times. You know, like people who were raised in the 70s and before, they might have had one kid show here or there. You know, the toy industry wasn't quite what it would be. It was like, okay, most of the stuff, and they didn't have cable. They didn't have cable television. So they're watching, you know, these dumb variety shows or whatever happens to be on TV. But for kids in the 1980s and beyond, it was cable TV. It was the toy industry realizing they could literally, I mean, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. That was a toy line. And they were like, I guess we should make a show around this so people will buy the toys. The whole television show was an infomercial for toys. And everything working together in the commercialization of everything, it was so effective and copied over and over again. It went He-Man, and then it went Thundercats, and then it went Ninja Turtles. It went even younger, Barney the Dinosaur, and we kept going through the 90s, into the 2000s, and it's going on today, you know? It's still, you got brands, Paw Patrol is going crazy, but then all the kids' YouTubers are going crazy. Every kid's YouTuber is merchandising themselves. And you go to Target and you see a mystery egg based on some YouTuber that you've never heard of, but your kid is obsessed with. And that stuff is going to stay with people forever. It's just, it's that effective. Honestly, it should be studied from a psychological point of view, because the fact that we're exposed to commercialization at an age that is so young that we can never get over it. We're adults, we're raising families, and we're still like, finally, I can get a Happy Meal too. Like, that's because the Happy Meal commercials were so good when we were growing up that we can't escape it. I don't blame the generation. I mean, hot dog, tell me you're not still into basically everything you were into when you were a kid.
Yeah, because it was cool.
Exactly. And people battle about it still, adults. I'm sitting here battling with hot dog that the stuff that I grew up with is cooler than the stuff that he grew up with. Anybody that's 50 or above is looking at us like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're grown-ass children. Be a goddamn man. And then we're like, hey, don't shame us, okay? Why would you shame us? And we cancel them. And we can't, and that's what we do. And we should. We cancel them. We don't have to deal with them. We can focus on what we like, which is the same shit that we liked when we were a kid. So with that,
for the record, the late 90s, early 2000s stuff is cooler than your early 90s, late 80s stuff.
First of all, late 90s, early 2000s, being a teenager was the coolest thing in the world. Okay? We had rap rock. We had Jerry Springer. I
had that too.
No, but you were a kid. You were like, you had to sneak it, or it's a whole, you couldn't experience it.
I had to sneak it in a Dominican household.
Well, you matured quicker than a lot of us did. Yeah, no, you're okay. All right, I stand corrected, hot dog. You know, I'm sorry. I was raised white picket fence suburban. It's a different deal. It's a different.
Actually, we might be in the same area here. Dude.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You were on the accelerated program. Yeah, we probably have more in common than we realize. But because of all that, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be cooler than adult Happy Meals. I got psyched when I found out McDonald's was bringing in adult Happy Meals. I was already like cool that, you know, Cactus Plant Flea Market is doing it. I like streetwear. I like to observe it. I like to dabble in it a little bit. I'm a dabbler. And I like to see what's going on with it. I appreciate it. But really, it's McDonald's bringing back adult Happy Meals. I'm excited about it. This is what they're doing. Look at this box, baby. Look at this thing. And it's not the cheap Happy Meal bag. It's a full-on McDonald's Happy Meal box, but it's bigger. And by the way, it's brightly colored. So, like, when you walk in the house and you're carrying an adult Happy Meal and you carry it by the handles, you know, you try walking in and explaining to your kids why you have a Happy Meal, but they don't have Happy Meals.
I was going to say, Sam, that looks exactly just like a kid's Happy Meal.
But bigger.
Yeah.
There's more room inside. It's a roomier box. The metrics, you know, it's a bigger box.
Does it say adult?
Yeah. I mean, what is it? It's called something. It's like Cactus Plant Flea Market. I don't know. It's like a meal deal or something like that. But it's clearly for adults. I'll tell you how you know it's for adults. The portions. Uh-huh. The portions are much larger than a typical Happy Meal because in the adult Happy Meal, only two options. 10-piece McNuggets, which I don't care what country you're in. I don't care what household you were raised in. There's never been a Happy Meal that's existed with a 10-piece chicken McNuggets in it. It's impossible. It doesn't happen.
Sounds good.
4-piece or 6-piece. Adult Happy Meal, you can choose either the 10-piece McNuggets adult Happy Meal or Big Mac Happy Meal. Come on. A Big Mac and a Happy Meal? That's and you get medium fries and a medium drink with it, and you can, of course, up it to a large. An extra 60 cents will get you a large. That's what I did. 10-piece nuggets, and of course, you get a toy. Of course, you get a toy. See,
I mean,
Well, go ahead.
I'm still not sold on it. This just looks like a supersized version of just a regular Happy Meal.
Well, what
It very well could just be a kid's Happy Meal.
What are adults? Giant versions of children, you know?
Oh.
So, yeah, this is exactly what it should be. It's just, I mean, a kid wears a T-shirt. It's not, I mean, it's just a much, much smaller version of a T-shirt you would wear, right?
But you went to McDonald's today or yesterday, whenever. Did you say, let me get the adult Happy Meal?
Okay, I'm glad you asked this question, Hot Dog, because this was a thought process in my head. There's a McDonald's by me that has a drive-thru. There's a McDonald's by me that has no drive-thru. Now, if you go into McDonald's, you can order off the iPad screens. You know, all the McDonald's have screens now that you can touch.
Right.
I will only order one of these going inside. I will not do a drive-thru, because when you go to a drive-thru, you have to audibly say, I'd like the adult Happy Meal, please. And I will not be saying that to a stranger.
Wait, well, you don't have to say that inside. You have to say that
No.
inside.
You tap, everything's on the iPad. No. You don't say shit.
Right.
You don't say,
Right.
you tap it, tap the image of the thing that you want, and then you wait till they call $6.99, and then you go and you pick up your meal. That's it.
Yeah, that's me, $6.99.
And then
The adult, no.
they pull this thing out. It's not even in a bag. They just pull. They're like, "Here you go, sir." And I'm like,
There you go.
"Thank
Here
you."
you fucking loser.
And then I go like this. It's collectible. It says right here. It says right here, limited edition. See? Limited edition. Okay?
Oh my God.
So, you know, and it comes with it, and you get your toy with it. So what they did here was they have 4 toys. I've only gotten 2 so far.
Because creepy looking toys.
Because you don't know what you're gonna get. It's, you know, it's a blind bag. It's a bagged assortment, you know? So they just give you a toy in a bag. And part of the excitement is you're enjoying your nuggets. You've picked your sauce. It's so fantastic. Is just like in the old days. You open up the bag and you're like, I wonder what toy I got. Hot Dog, I hope I didn't get a double. All the excitement is back. So they have, go ahead.
What did you tell your kids again when they saw you come in with this?
They go like, Happy Meal. I go, that's a daddy meal. That's a daddy meal.
Oh.
I go, that's a very brightly colored dad. Is that pink on the side of the box? I go, yes. Stop being so closed-minded. Look, what they've done is they've, you know, one of the toys, which I was able to acquire, is the cactus plant flea market icon logo mascot guy. See, they everything they do, it's like very puffy letters, you know, very bold, not straight lines, you know, just kind of bleh, you know? And they have 4 eyes, happy faces with 4 eyes, 2 sets of eyes, one on top of the other. So instead of doing a Ronald McDonald, which I was surprised that they didn't do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
No Ronald McDonald. Maybe they said, we don't want to mess with that iconography. They have the cactus plant flea market mascot with his 4 eyes, but he's wearing a McDonald's t-shirt and a McDonald's hat. So I was able to acquire that bad boy. And then I'll put it over here. You guys probably don't want to miss seeing it. And then I got the Grimace, the beloved Grimace McDonald's character. You know, I don't exactly know what he is. I think he's the gel that they turn chicken McNuggets into. I've never been 100% sure, but see the Grimace. But he's maybe he's dipping sauce. His eyebrows and mouth are like almost put on like with crayon, and he's got 4 eyes because it's a cactus plant flea market. Now they also, and I haven't gotten to acquire them yet. They've also got the Hamburglar and Birdie, 2 more iconic McDonald's characters. And yeah, I was surprised that McDonald's would allow this company to mess with their icons like that. You know, like a lot of these big companies, they take their characters so seriously. Like if you mess with the character at all, people won't know what they're getting, or it'll ruin this, or it'll ruin that. They let him have at it.
It's not Disney. These aren't Disney characters.
The Grimace?
They barely even use them for advertisements anymore.
Look, you knew exactly who the Grimace was when I said the Grimace.
Yes.
Don't act like Hamburglar is not a beloved, important character. Birdie, I'll give you. Birdie is not the most famous McDonald's character. But the Grimace and the Hamburglar are as famous as the Kool-Aid Man, as any important corporate logo that I've ever seen.
Prestigious logo. But,
It is. It's a logo of great prestige. And, you know,
Well, I
and
mean,
that's Jeffrey the Giraffe
Who?
from Toys R Us.
Oh, I didn't know what his name was.
Well,
I didn't know he had a name.
You lived in an apartment. What can I tell you?
So I am assuming you're gonna collect them all. You're gonna catch them all.
I'm going to do my goddamn best. I'm going to do my damnedest to try to get all these characters.
Why don't you stand by outside the McDonald's for like a couple hours and then be like, when you see people come out with the Happy Meals, be like, hey,
Yeah. What you got in there? What you got in there? What you got in there? Yeah. Let me take that off you. Yeah, because I think the Happy Meals go for like $11 and change. You know, because they're adult meals, $11 and change. So maybe if I can
buy 10.
Well, I'm not gonna buy 10 I mean, that's that's 100 nuggets.
You and the family can get through it.
Yeah, but then the rest of the family's gonna be like, "Where are our toys?" And I'll go, "You could have my doubles." Like, that's not that cool. No, I mean, you know, maybe I'll try to hustle a birdie off of somebody for like $6. See if I can get it half price. You ate the food. I give you half of what you paid for the food if you just give me that birdie. But then,
I wouldn't.
Who would buy the adult Happy Meal and sell the toy when you could just buy the meal? Like, these meals are available without these ridiculous boxes and toys. It's just called an extra value meal. It's a number 3. You know, it's already. But why are you hating? Why are you hating on this?
I was Googling while you were talking, and apparently McDonald's workers are begging people to stop ordering adult Happy Meals.
Why?
All the articles are saying, please stop ordering our adult Happy Meals.
Why?
It's making their life a living hell, and people are making these complex, ridiculous orders, and it's driving them up a wall. And there's TikTok stories of coworkers sharing the chaos behind the scenes. Because you're part of that. Because
they've created a successful menu item?
TikTok says they going crazy with these adult Happy Meals, and it's just so many boxes and so many orders that
because you're mad that you have to open a box. There's only 2 varieties. It's either a Big Mac or a 10-piece nuggets. What's the issue here? You don't even have to pick which toy. There's just a box of bagged toys. You just throw it in the box.
Well, they're not set up, Sam. They got to get the toys.
Oh my God.
They got to get your order. They got to box it up.
This is like,
McDonald's workers are sharing the chaos on TikTok.
I get it. You know, we all felt the pain of those Popeyes workers when they were trying to make as many of those Popeye sandwiches as they possibly could. But these are the ramifications of success. This is the cost of winning. And this is like the biggest win ever for McDonald's. When you've got a menu item that's so successful, your employees are complaining about it on their TikToks. That'd be like you going on TikTok and being like, damn, Sam's got all these super chats coming in today. I got to go through all these super chats. It's too much. It's never too much. Keep the super chats coming. Keep buying adult Happy Meals.
Says this monster order from a drive-thru, for instance, involved 8 Big Macs, 20 chicken nuggets, along with 10 portions of fries, by the way, 10 drinks.
They ordered 10 meals.
And all of them in an adult Happy Meal box with a 50% off coupon. It just seems like, why are people ordering this huge amount of food?
I'm sorry that the place that you work is profitable. I'm sorry that you're offering a popular service. You could go work at a place that doesn't make any money, I suppose. What are they? It's really tough working for this place. It's very successful. What's the issue? We're bringing joy back. You know what?
Is that what it's done?
What's the name of it? Adult blank meal. What's the name of it?
Happy.
It's making people happy. You're making people happy. These adults, they had all their dreams when they were a kid. They thought of how great it's going to be when they're a grown-up, and no one's going to tell them what to do, and they're going to be able to do whatever they want. And guess what? They became a grown-up, and you know what happens? Everyone tells them what to do. They can't do anything. Everywhere they go, someone is telling them what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I've never met a group of less happy people in the world than adults. Finally, there's a spot where they can get a little bit of that joy back. A little bit of that joy that they experienced as children with just some damn adult Happy Meals. And these McDonald's employees don't want them to have it back.
Probably teenagers going through hell to make these 40-year-olds.
Well, guess what, teenagers? Guess what, teenagers working at McDonald's? One day, you'll be 40 years old. And you know what you'll be doing? Still working at McDonald's because you're going to be complaining about the fact that you have customers. You got to be kidding me. You got to be
frenzy.
You got to be kidding me.
That's what all the articles are saying.
That the employees are mad that McDonald's is succeeding.
Yes.
Fire
high
all.
Demand,
fire.
High demand for McDonald's.
Fire them. Fire every single one.
It's making people look. This article says unhappy at the drive-thru.
What type of business goes like this? Oh, demand is through the roof. This sucks.
This is like when I was working at the movie theater and people would come in on Thanksgiving and Christmas and make my life a living hell. And
demand goes up. That means supply goes down, but profitability goes up. Up. What do you mean? That's the problem. Profitability goes up.
I can relate to them.
You should be, because you didn't move any popcorn, dude. People got freaked out by you at the movie theater. You got to be moving this popcorn. And you know what happened? Because of people like you, movie theaters almost went out of business. Thank God for, yes, you. Thank God for Vin Diesel and Nicole Kidman sitting there in the movie theater having the time of their lives. Thank God.
And bros.
Thank God for bros. Hopefully you straights are going to the theater this weekend because Billy Eichner has had enough. Enough. I went to the movie theater already today. Earlier today. Today, I went to the movie theater. I did not see the Bros movie, however. And
homophobe.
No, that's not why. I apologize to Billy Eichner. I swear. Once it's streaming somewhere, I'll watch it. I would never go.
It's too late.
I'm not going to see a rom-com in a theater. I don't do it. I'm not.
What? May I ask why?
Because they're all stupid. All of them. But what I will see that is never stupid is a horror movie. It's spooky season, hot dog. You know spooky season is here. And so it was time to finally go see Smile. I went to go see Smile, the new movie in theaters right now. And I'll tell you what, I had a blast. I enjoyed myself. Smile is, the marketing for Smile has been phenomenal. The poster itself already looks creepy. You see that smile across all the baseball games leading to the release of the movie. You saw people sitting behind home plate with that scary smile on the entire game. They literally just hired people to go to spots where they would be televised and have that creepy smile on their face. They were doing it at the Today Show. Whoever hosts the Today Show now was just trying to give the day's news, and there was some creepy person with a smile on their face camped outside the Today Show window. It was great. It made me, I found it to be very compelling. And so I went to go see this movie, and yeah, man, those smiles are creepy. It's basically the plot of the movie is it's one of these curse is chasing you movies. A lot of it has been made clear in the trailers, but once you see the smile, you're fucked. It's over for you, dog. So the idea is that there's a curse where this whatever entity follows you and torments you, and what it's feeding off of is your trauma. That's the bigger premise of the movie, is that trauma itself and what it does to your brain is the villain. But we see trauma represented in this physical form. What happens is that the way it works is somebody sees a person and they're going nuts, and they finally pass a breaking point, and they get this smile on their face, and they look like this. And it's real creepy. It looked like, yeah. Well, they kind of look like how I look in most photos anyway, like, just trying to resemble a human, And then they kill themselves in a very, very butchering, scary way. They stab their eyes out. They cut themselves open with a jagged piece of glass. They go crazy on themselves. One guy took a hammer and just smashed himself with a hammer until he was dead.
That's metal.
The reason they do that is because they want the witness to be traumatized by this, so that then the curse follows the witness. So whoever witnesses the suicide, now they are cursed with it. Smiling people are going to be following them until eventually they are smiling and they kill themselves in front of a person who sees it and goes on and so forth. I think it's a commentary on generational trauma and how the things that happen to you affect the people who you're around, and affects the people who they're around, and affects the people who they're around. There's deep points to this whole thing. It's a therapist, and she's haunted. And what we see in this movie is not necessarily, we're not following the entity. We're following a single character. We're following Rose, and we basically follow Rose through this process as she learns the process, but from the beginning to the end, however it ends for her, I won't tell you, of this process.
But it ends for her.
And how she gets through it. Well, the movie is over at a point. So it's not like they're just like, okay, it's a time limit draw. It's like, of course, there's a beginning. It's a movie with a beginning, middle, end, if that's what you're asking. Yes.
That's too much info. Might have to take that one down.
That's a spoiler. Yeah. And I'll tell you that there were many points that the visuals were awesome. Just so on point, so creepy, almost like a throwback. It felt like there was clearly CGI, right? But it also felt like it was clearly somebody who had been influenced by kind of the almost Sam Raimi, Evil Dead, sort of claymation makeup era of horror, which I loved. Those visuals, there's a lot of visuals that will really stick with you. It's the type of visuals that when you shut your eyes to go to sleep that night, it'll creep back in. And I love when horror movies do stuff like that. There's a very clear story that's being told here. They didn't go lazy on the storytelling. They didn't go lazy on the writing, which I appreciated that very much. There was a reason for being, and there's a logic to it. And as you're watching, there is a conversation to have whether or not this makes sense. There are stakes and rules, which I think add tremendously to a movie like this where you're dealing with supernatural stuff where technically you could do anything. And they stick to them. I think that one of the flaws of this movie is that they make you wait for it. There were points where I was like I thought the middle started to get slow. And then it would pick up. Right? Just as I was like, okay, I'm ready to say I don't like this, just boom, somebody would come and smash you and you'd go, that was fucking awesome. Right? And it would average out to the point where you're like, okay, it was worth that stuff that I wasn't really into for this big boom. And that's what you start getting. It didn't get too cheesy for me, which I liked. Like a lot of the times, people, I feel like chicken out in movies like this. And instead of trying to make it really creepy, they play in to the kind of kitsch of it, right? They kind of play into the idea of, don't worry, we know it's stupid, which is what people do when they're worried that the thing that they're making is stupid. I think that they go, yeah, this could be stupid, but we're going to do it right. And I feel like they did do it right. And I feel like it was like that scene in The Godfather. Every single time, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. And then they hit me again, you know. They hit me again where I'm going like, okay, this is kind of taking a while. Yeah, I don't know. There was like a false finish in there that I was like, yeah, if this is the ending, but it wasn't the ending. And I was like, I liked the way it ended. I was a fan of the way the film ended. I was a fan of it was a big climax. It felt like, because it's 2 hours. And I think you could do this very well in 90 minutes. I don't think
long for a horror movie.
I don't think it needs 2 hours. I think 90 minutes of this, and it would be smoking. It would be like boom, 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 in and out. It'd be like, holy shit, that was great. You know, and I think you still would have gotten every point that you needed to get across. But it's also, it really makes you think, right? Because in the beginning of the movie, you're watching somebody who you perceive as like a crazy person. But they're going, no, I'm not crazy. You're just not listening. I'm not crazy. And you're like, oh, that's what crazy people say. Like, obviously, this person's kind of nuts. And then as you go on the journey with Rose, the main character, and she starts saying that same stuff, but everything that you're seeing is through her perspective. So what she sees, you're seeing, right? So it's just as real to you as it is to her. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, but she's not nuts because this stuff really is happening to her. And it makes you, and it really does. I mean, if you put it into the context of reality, it's like a lot of people that are suffering with real mental illness that are reacting to things that aren't necessarily there. And I don't just mean like a schizophrenic person. I mean people that have anxieties and people that react overly emotionally to things. Like to them, Kanye, poor, God bless his soul. To them, all that stuff is real. If you looked at what they're looking at through their perspective, you'd be like, oh, to them, this is real. We have to work with them to get to whatever we have to do, find the antidote, right? To figure out how to beat this curse, metaphorically for some people and quite literally in this movie. Now, it is a risk, right? Because to me, the idea of a curse that goes with you wherever you go, and there's nothing you can do about it, like a curse chasing you, as opposed to like Michael Myers chasing you or Freddy Krueger chasing you. The idea of a curse chasing you, I think, was perfected in the movie It Follows. If you like Smile and you like the premise of a curse chasing you, watch this movie It Follows, because It Follows is like it could be a perfect movie.
Is that the sex one?
Yes, it's the ST. It's the curse.
I love that one.
Isn't it so good? It's the curse that's passed through an STD. And there were like inklings of that, right? Where like the main character would, I mean, no matter how far she went, she was literally trying to outrun this thing. It was always right there with her, right? And the same could be said, right? I think it's a commentary. The same could be said about all of our traumas. That if we have anxieties and we try to run away from them, they come right with us, don't they, Hot Dog?
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
God, I need to rewatch It Follows. That was so like,
it's so good. And I hate to turn a review for Smile into a recommendation to watch It Follows, but it really was. When I left the movie theater, I was thinking to myself, that was a good time. Man, I love that movie, It Follows. But I think you go see it. You like it. You liked It Follows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go see Smile. It's not better than It Follows, but go see it. I think you'll enjoy it, and be patient. Because if there are moments in the film where you're going, I think I'm out. Don't tap out. Don't tap out, because it will suck you back in. There are a couple of twists throughout the thing I didn't see coming, because as you're watching, you're not sure whether you're watching real reality or her reality, right? Because her reality has become completely distorted because this curse is following her everywhere. Nobody else can see the smiles except for the person that's cursed, and only one person is cursed at a time. So the smiles, nobody else sees them except for her. So you don't know ever until it's too late if you're seeing something that only she can see, or you're seeing something that everybody can see, and this is reality. So it's a pretty wild trip, you know. It's a well done movie, well thought out. It's a movie with a point. It felt like this was a movie that this guy really wanted to do. Writer director. I love that it's in theaters. I would recommend going to see this. I love that horror in theaters is making a comeback, especially for October. And yeah, I would check it out.
How was the audience? How was the crowd?
Bro, I don't go to movies at times that other people go to. I specifically book a movie ticket to try to get a private theater as often as humanly possible. Like, you would hate me because I've worked at a movie theater too, hot dog. I'm that guy who right before you think you're going to get to cancel a screening shows up and you're like, because if you sell one ticket, you got to do the screening.
No, we had a trick at our AMC. We'd just say, hey, something happened with the
Oh, you piece of garbage. Oh, you pieces of human excrement.
Something happened with the tape or whatever, and we'd have to switch over to
the tape
another or whatever it was.
What are you showing, VHS movies?
We would say something happened with the reel or whatever it is. We had to switch to it. We had to switch, unfortunately, to a much more popular movie. Would you like to watch Kevin Hart? If not, we can give you your refund.
Because we're not showing you this movie.
Yeah,
you're a hunk of garbage, dude. You're a hunk of garbage.
Hey, that's what the managers had me say.
Just assholes, just total assholes.
Yeah, people would just come in and we're like, yeah, we're not showing that anymore.
I went to like a 12:15 screening p.m. by myself, and there were 3 of us in the movie theater total.
You don't like being in a full packed theater for like something like this, like a horror movie where there's jumps and all that, and just hearing people yelling?
No, I like spreading out. I like having the aisle to myself. I like getting lots of food. No, I like it. I like it.
Especially I like comedies as well. You want it's like a laugh track. You want to be in the middle of it.
No, I know when I laugh when I actually find things funny. I don't need other people to tell me when something's funny.
Contagious.
Oh,
it's contagious.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to watch movies because you'll come home from a movie and go like, "This was great," and you'll only think that because the rest of the audience did.
I'm like this at the theater, right? Something happens and I go like this.
No, I mean I liked seeing like when I saw the Avengers movie at like 2:00 in the morning and the theater was still packed. That was like a fun experience.
It's an experience, exactly.
But generally speaking, I like going to movies. But, especially with the kids in school, it's perfect. Drop the kids off in school, hit up the Dunkin', get a little breakfast, come home, do a little work, hit the movie theater, be out of the theater in time. Plus, you feel like a G. That's my version of Andrew Tate. You feel like the top G when you go to a movie theater and you get out and then you go pick up your kids at school and they were in school, but you got to go see a movie. You're a top G.
Cool.
That's top G stuff.
That is cool.
Yeah.
They're in school doing work. Yeah.
Ha. Not me. They were like, oh, I finally got to go to a playground. I was like, I was sitting in a movie theater for most of the time you were gone. I'm a top G. It was great. It was great. So yeah, if you like movies like this, you're going to like this. It's a well-done movie. Have yourself some fun. Go check it out. Yeah. Go check it out. And don't tap out. Don't tap out. Movie. All right. No, don't bring a date. Don't bring it to
Why?
Me. Because the date will probably go like this. Do you like this? And it's shut up. Shut up.
Are you saying those are the type of girls that I go out with?
No, you're probably the one who says that to the girl. Do you actually like this? No.
So scary.
I swear, and I started going to movies by myself a lot, like when my wife got pregnant for the first time. That's who I'm talking about, yeah. When she got pregnant for the first time, it was like, maybe when she wasn't pregnant. Maybe it was once we had the baby. I don't know. There was just like a transition where it just started to make sense. And now we're finally in that phase where we can start going to movies together. And when we first did, it was kind of recently, I think. But it was such a foreign concept because I got now, there was a time where it was like, wow, I guess I can go to movies by myself and actually enjoy it. Now, when you just said you can bring a date, I'm like, I couldn't imagine bringing somebody with you to a movie. That's so, why would you do it? Why?
You're like 1 out of 100 of people that actually go to the movie theaters by themselves.
It's the best. It's the best. Especially when you can time it right. Or if you don't have work the next day, a late Wednesday night showing. Who's going to a movie on a Wednesday night? It's perfect. I love
A
it.
lot of people. A lot of people. Well, you
Not
you
in
don't
the
live in the
no, in the suburbs. In the you're 100% right.
Right.
In the city, it's a little more difficult. You can usually in the city a lunchtime screening. You're not going to get the theater to yourself, but you're usually pretty okay, especially in like Midtown. Late night,
Noon, yeah.
But like in the suburbs, during the week, you're pretty straight. Late at night, and I mean during the day, during the week, it's awesome. It's awesome. You're good to go. I don't even know why they have theaters open at noon in the suburbs. For me, that's it. Who else is going?
Welcome, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm expecting you.
Especially because I'll go to like one of the movie theaters that like will do food too. So they got to open up the kitchen when I show up.
You got Alamo? You got an Alamo?
I'll do Alamo. Alamo's one of the ones. Yeah. It's the best. It's the best. But nobody complains. Everybody's happy that I'm there. Oh, customers, great. Hey, welcome. Enjoy the film. It's great. It's perfect.
I don't think they're happy, but
Well, they seem happy to me. They seem happy to me. You know who wasn't happy? Poor Dream. You see what they did to my man Dream?
they've been roasting him.
Dream's
Cooking him.
he's my favorite Minecrafter. He's my favorite of all the Minecrafters.
Now, did you know about him a week ago?
I knew he existed. I can't say that I had ever seen any Dream content. I knew that of the fact that this person existed, but no, I had not seen any Dream
More on the pulse
content.
than I am.
You didn't even know he existed?
No.
Yeah. But he unmasked. You know, Dream is he's a YouTuber that plays Minecraft, and he's been living under this creepy mask for years, and he's as big as it gets, as far as all of this goes, you know. And so, but he goes, I'm gonna unmask, and he had this great marketing plan, building up the hype for it. You know, he's friends with all these other big influencers and big YouTubers, so he would send them a private video of him unmasking. And they wouldn't show the video, but they'd be watching on their phones, and they would just make videos reacting to Dream unmasking. And people would go, oh, it's going to happen. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be unbelievable. And he finally did it. And I mean, this thing, over 35 million people have watched this 5-minute video. What'd you say, Hot Dog?
Good Lord.
Yeah, 35 million people have watched this guy unmasked. It was a big deal. And this is how it went.
I'm so nervous. Do I just drop it? All right, for real. I'm dropping it. Hi. It feels so awkward talking to a camera for the first time. Hi. My name is Clay, otherwise known as Dream online. May have heard of me, may have not. Maybe you clicked on this video just out of pure curiosity and you don't care who I am. But now you've seen my face, and so obviously you know who I am. And I'm just so cool. I don't know. Probably a lot of you are probably wondering, why now? Why are you finally revealing?
Okay, so he reveals himself, right? Like that's the big reveal is there, and I was like, I saw him, and I was like, well, you know, this means nothing to me, as I was not a Dream fan before, but I mean, I guess he has a big head, but as somebody with a big head, probably just means he's very intelligent and a great guy, you know? I mean, generally, that's what that means.
Like a normal-looking white guy.
Well, you think all white guys look alike, Hot Dog. That's the issue with you.
All the actors do, at least.
Yeah, but then I look on Twitter, and there's 2 hashtags that are trending. One is hashtag put the mask back on. And the other one is, and this is literally one of the top trends in America, hashtag he's ugly. In a generation that's been described as being snowflakes and sensitive and cancel culture this, I don't think people realize how mean the internet truly is capable of being, because they destroyed this young man. Only coverage of him was, he is ugly. I can't believe how ugly he is. He is grotesque. It's a monstrosity. He's so ugly. And
He's
I'm like,
Minecraft gamer. What were they expecting? This is a good-looking kid.
I mean, he's not a good-looking kid, but I don't know. He's not like remarkably ugly. You know, he's kind of weird. He's kind of weird looking.
It's not Ben Affleck, but
No, you think Ben Affleck's very handsome?
beautiful.
You love him.
Yeah, he's no Logan Paul, but
You love Logan Paul.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. No, I mean, Logan Paul is much more attractive, I would say, than Dream is. But I don't know, man. I mean, this is the risk, right? This is why you never unmask a luchador. Because when you unmask a luchador, there's all this buildup, and then he takes his mask off, and you're like, oh, he's a guy. Right? Oh, that's just a guy I've never seen before in my life. So how are you gonna judge it, right? Well, the internet was like, well, point out how ugly he is. Go, what? What did he ever do? He's just sitting here trying to play Minecraft. I get there must be people that don't like him. I guess there are people that don't like him. I don't know why you wouldn't like him, but I don't know what he does. Maybe he's a very polarizing figure in the Minecraft community. I have no idea. But I do know that people were exceptionally cruel. Wild.
It's very unwarranted. This is not a
funny, but funny.
It's funny.
It is funny. It is funny. The memes were funny.
I would just know that I would hate to have to reveal myself. What comments would I get?
Well, I mean, it'd be bad.
If I wore a mask.
They go like, "Oh, we found Jaleel White."
Yeah, I got these chompers here.
I know. They'd be sitting there going, "A horse is a horse, of course, of course."
You got a little bit of a lazy eye going on.
You just think that because Blobmore Chairs did an unflattering photo of you, and now you think you have a lazy eye.
I mean, he got it from somewhere.
Yeah, no, he doesn't just make this stuff up. He's a very talented artist.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kevin Lumford says, "Dream unmasked to become our nightmares." Yeah, that's one of those visuals. That actually was what happened when it was finally time for the smile monster to take human form. It was just Dream. It was just like they didn't even put any makeup on him. They just had Dream show up and be like, "Here I am." And you're like, "That is scary. That is terrifying." Yeah. So poor Dream. Do you think Dream's going to become one of the big Halloween costumes this year? Not the Dream mask, but human Dream.
Human Dream?
Like that Dream, not the mask that Dream used to wear, but Dream's actual face. Do you think that will become a mask for Halloween?
I can see a cutout.
I think. I mean, because
they could reveal themselves as not Dream.
That's stupid.
If they have the Dream mask.
But
no,
it's dumb. That's dumb.
No.
But he's got such a big head though that it kind of looks like he's wearing a mask. Like if you told me he's still wearing a mask, I would believe you. Look at his shoulders. His head is humongous. So maybe
I need to see a whole proportion, like a proper proportions photo.
Yeah, I don't know, but I could see them making like a big like Michael Myers type latex full head mask of Dream. I mean, he's got a hell of a jawline, this kid. Look at how big that jaw is. That jaw, I think the distance from his lip to his chin is the same as his forehead, which is a lot.
I read that he lost a lot of weight in the last 2 years.
That could be where he's got one of those heads that's built for a big fat body, but he doesn't have a big fat body anymore. So
yeah, there was
his head
like
looks big.
There was like maybe like a leak. It might not have been his face or whatever, but like a leak of how his body or whatever it was. And it was like, oh, Dream's like a fat guy.
Oh.
And then he apparently that motivated him to lose the weight for the past year or two. And then maybe he reached a point.
This sounds like this sounds like a conspiracy theory that's people on the internet just made up.
Oh, look it up right now. Dream fat.
I mean, it's Minecraft. Just on the internet. I mean,
they wouldn't never lie.
Oh, I gotcha.
See, first thing, Dream fat proof.
Okay, who posted the proof?
Origin Master on YouTube.
Oh, and come on. No, you're right. No, yeah, there he is. SF says Maniac Cop. That's who he looks like. He looks like the dude from Maniac Cop. Remember that movie we watched together?
Uh-huh.
He looks like the Maniac Cop. That's exactly who he looks like. He where he's just got that uncomfortable, weird helmet head. He looks like the Maniac Cop. If he had Maniac Cop had some scarring, But if he put like Halloween scars on his face for trick or treats, that's who he would look like. Maniac Cop.
He was a chubby little fuck. I'm looking at all the photos. It's like
Why
the
would
same
you say
photo
it
on
like
Reddit.
that?
Because I'm saying now he probably revealed himself and he's like, oh, I'm in a position now where I'm confident with my body and my face, and he still gets a lot of hate.
And then they killed him for it. That's not right.
Yeah,
That's not right. He needed a W. Now all he's got is just 35 million views. That sucks. That's a bummer.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I guess we can go to Super Chats. What are you gonna say?
There's so many stories you didn't touch up on today, Sam.
I know. I mean, there's still Kanye on Tucker. You want to watch a little Kanye on Tucker?
Yeah, there's Kanye on Tucker. There's Kanye and Diddy. There's the Golden State Warrior stuff. Yeah.
Well, Kanye's over it, right? Kanye is done listening to people. People have been leading him astray. And so Tucker Carlson gave him a platform to kind of speak his truth. Now, you can see Kanye. He showed up with, what are those x-rays called for pregnant women?
X-rays.
You know, when sonogram or whatever, you know? When they take a picture of the baby inside the belly.
Yes.
He has a picture of one of those sonograms, and he laminated it, and he's wearing it as a necklace. And Tucker said, why are you wearing that? And then Kanye said, because it's life. And then he looked at him and he went, and he said he was pro-life, you know? He said it very declaratively like that. And Tucker was like, that's amazing. Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. You know, no, weird, no wisecracks, no nothing. Tucker was like, yeah, speak your truth, dude. Speak, yeah.
It's a serious interview.
Right. I know, I forgot. Yeah, and then there was, there was a lot to unpack with the Tucker and Ye conversation. But this was part of it.
Now let's talk about Gabby and my good friend Lizzo. Lizzo works with my trainer, a friend of mine, Harley Pasternak. When Lizzo loses,
I'm going to tell you this.
10 pounds.
Kanye does not mind mentioning names. Kanye loves mentioning a name. Kanye is not, you know what?
A good receipt.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it was. No, Kanye loves first and last. Thank you very much.
And announces it. The bots, that's a term for people like, it's like telemarketer callers, like on Instagram,
Yeah.
They attack her for losing weight because the media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal when it's actually unhealthy.
The media's running the bots? Did you know that?
I thought it was Russia.
It's not. It was Russia running the media. Could be.
Could be China.
China.
Let's get aside the fact of whether it's fashion and Vogue, which is not. Let's just, or if someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy, and for people to.
Okay, so far I'm okay. I mean, I don't know if the media is controlling bots, but there is something to be said where we're probably not spending enough time talking about the health ramifications. You know, body positivity does have its drawbacks. Like, okay, I'm there. All right, Kanye.
Promote that. It's demonic.
Wait.
You know.
Well, can I ask?
Pause.
I've noticed this also.
Wait, what? What?
What'd you say? Kanye.
Demonic. Like Satan is having. I mean, it's not healthy. Demonic. I didn't realize you're bringing God and Lucifer into this. But this is okay. So this is my favorite part. Okay, I'm gonna scroll it back a little bit. Listen to Tucker.
In Vogue, which is not. Let's just, or if someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy, and for people to promote that, it's demonic. You know.
What can I ask?
Yeah.
I've noticed this also.
Yeah.
Why do you think they would want to promote unhealthiness among the population?
Okay, he okay. I've noticed this too. Oh, really, Tucker? Is this something you're worried about? I'm going to tell you right now, okay? Because I've done this. This is literally Tucker, and I don't like this because I miss the old Kanye, switch up to soul Kanye, but I care for Kanye. I want Kanye to come home. You know? I want Kanye to come home. I want Kanye to be safe. I worry for Kanye. I don't think Kanye has good people around him. I think Kanye is
He's
not...
got Tucker now.
That's my point. Tucker is talking to Kanye like I talked to that girl on the iPhone line. And it's not right what he's doing. I see what Tucker's doing. When Tucker goes, by the way, I've noticed that too. No, you haven't. You're just trying to be on Kanye's side. And he goes, why do you think people would do that? He's trying to get Kanye to say that they want those people to die. That's what he's trying to get Kanye to say. That's why he asked that question, so that Kanye could say that. And then Tucker's going to go like this. Oh, wow, I never even thought of that. Yes, you did, Tucker. You wanted Kanye to say it. Tucker is being manipulative of poor Kanye here. Yes, he is. Yes, hot dog. I know you wouldn't think he would do that. Tucker is manipulating Kanye West. And I feel like Kanye might be a little bit vulnerable. I feel like he's been manipulated before. I'm sure there have been lots of people that manipulated him. But right now I can see somebody manipulating the college dropout. And I love the college dropout. I don't like it. I don't know what could be done, but I don't like it. Listen to the way Tucker asked the question. He is queuing Kanye up for a soundbite that he wants.
If someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy. And for people to promote that, it's demonic. You know,
What, can I ask?
Yeah.
I've noticed this also.
Yeah.
Why do you think they would?
I've noticed the demonicness.
I've noticed it. I also was like, huh, this appears to be demonic. And listen, look at his face. Look, that's not how people actually talk to each other. That's how, like, this is very condescending. This is Kanye sending. This is what we're going to start calling it when you try to be condescending to Ye. Kanye sending. He is Kanye sending, and he is talking down to the 808s and Heartbreaks God. Okay? He is talking down to Yeezus, and he's trying to make Yeezus say stuff. Do you think Yeezus is going to say it, hot dog?
He's a free thinker. He does what he wants.
Okay.
You know? He doesn't
all
get
right.
manipulated.
I'm glad that you said that.
Swayed.
Yes. He doesn't get swayed because Sway doesn't have the answers. Although, in hindsight, he realized Sway might have had the answers. Kanye's a free thinker. He's not going to fall for Tucker's tricks then, right?
Nope.
Okay.
It's demonic. You know.
What, can I ask?
Yeah.
I've noticed this also.
Yeah.
Why do you think they would want to promote unhealthiness among the population?
It's a genocide of the black race.
He did it. God damn it, Kanye, you fell for it. He wanted you to say that. He wanted you to say that. That's why he asked the question, so that you would say that. Is it Tucker Carlson or is it Geppetto? Sitting there with his puppets. Oh, poor Kanye. Somebody's got... Ye, get back here. Get back here, Ye. And I'm not saying Ye needs to do what the man tells him to. I'm not saying Ye needs to fall in line. I'm not saying Ye needs to push any narrative forward that he doesn't want to push forward. But what I am saying is that regardless of whether Yeezy believes what he's saying or not, that thing that he just said, he was clearly manipulated into saying. Tucker Carlson crafted a soundbite through the question, and Kanye delivered it to him. It's 101.
We also found out who Kanye believes the man is in the text messages that he laid out today.
Kanye, it felt anti-Semitic. Kanye appears to be dipping his toe in anti-Semitism, which I just... Why? Why, Kanye?
Well, the Jews called Diddy, and they asked him to speak to Kanye.
Which ones? What are you talking about? That's so anti-Semitic. To just be like, well, they act as a singular group. What are you doing? Why would a member of a marginalized community attack another marginalized community? I don't understand.
Kanye does, though.
I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers, Shay. I don't have the answers, Shay. That should be my t-shirt. I don't have the answers, Shay. I saw his Instagrams with Diddy. I didn't even want to acknowledge him. I don't want Kanye to be anti-Semitic. But that's what I read into him. Anti-Semitism.
It was pretty clear-cut.
I mean, how else could you read it? I'd hear him out. But it feels anti-Semitic. I don't like it.
I knew this was going to happen as soon as you saw that
you knew
clip
Kanye
of
was
him.
anti-Semitic?
No, I knew he was going to show up on Tucker.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw him in his documentary, Netflix documentary, when he saw Tucker, like,
oh, he loved Tucker in that documentary.
yeah.
And there were people, I mean, and to their credit, there were people in the car going like, yeah, you need to put the phone away, man. No, he's not telling the truth, man. He's and Ye started yelling at him.
No, man, he's speaking the truth here.
This is why I didn't want to do the Kanye stuff. Now I'm bummed out.
Hey, I'm sure by Monday you'll have a bunch more Kanye content because Diddy he's gonna go find Kanye.
You mean Monye?
Yeah.
I can't with the Kanye content. I can't anymore. I can't. I'd rather watch The Liver King at this point. I mean, it's enough. I can't. It's sad. It's sad.
I'm just saying there's a lot to cover. You still got to cover all the backstage brawls happening all over sports. It's great. It's been a great
and sports entertainment
content week and sports entertainment.
Well, look, we can't stay here all night. We got to get into these super chats. You know, first of all, there's a lot of you watching that haven't clicked the like button, and that's repulsive. Okay, would you click like if you're watching this video? Even if you only hit like, hit the thumbs up on the video. Come on, guys, don't be stingy with the like button. Also,
you guys get to 69. I'll show you my nipples and I'll flex a little bit.
Nice. Get it up to 69, baby. Also, if you want to be a part of tonight's show, super chat in. Every super chat gets acknowledged here on Sam Roberts Now. So, yeah, let's see what these super chats are saying. Kevin, a.k.a. Lumford and Sons. Adult Happy Meals. I'm guessing they come with a White Claw and a purple butt plug. Is that?
Ooh.
I was wondering, is that what this is? Is this a butt plug?
If the Happy Meal came with a White Claw, I would be on board with you.
That's because you're basic.
No.
Not Sam Lehman. How dare McDonald's make adult Happy Meal toys and not involve Mayor McCheese? Yeah, there were a couple that they left off the list, and they have them like on the other side of the Happy Meal box. All the other characters. Maybe they're gonna do a wave 2. Ronald's on here with 4 eyes. Maybe they're gonna do a wave 2. I better collect all of Series 1 because if Series 2 comes out, that's when I'll be like, oh, I should have gotten the rest of Series 1. I shouldn't have just stuck with these 2. The Deathless Dogs ABSK meal, a meal with the Undertaker and Godfather toys, is money. Yeah, a BSK meal instead of what are the initials?
BTS, dude.
BSK.
God.
That's why I thought it was BSK. That's Valley sauce, super hot sauce. Perfect. Boom. Let's go. Dave Bostian. Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? She was going to be here. Anyway, Corn Pop was a bad dude. Oh, that's Biden. Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? She was going to be here. That's like, I mean, right before we got on the air today.
For you.
Right before we got on the air today, he jumped in front of a factory and he said, I've got 2 words for you, made in America.
That's such an easy one.
We're on the brink.
An easy one to avoid.
We're on the brink of nuclear disaster.
Armageddon. He said Biden said that. Our president said We're closer
I mean,
to Armageddon than we've ever been.
Luckily, he says a lot of stuff, so who knows? Okay, Dave Boston, I think this is for you, Hot Dog. F, marry, kill, Dream, Sam's brother, or Angie.
I've never met Sam's brother yet. Wait, no, I've met him once. I've met him once.
All right, so F,
Good guy.
marry,
Good guy.
Okay, all right. F, marry, kill.
I would marry your brother.
Nice to be in the
Because-
family. That's dope.
Yeah. Cheyenne Roberts.
That'd be super
Then-
cool.
Then I would fuck Dream, kill Angie.
That makes sense. I get that. Poodle, terrific. Never be ashamed of your adult happy purse meal. This is not a purse. This is a box. This is not a purse. No way.
You put your phone in there too?
You could put, your change, whatever you want. Yeah, your makeup, tampon, whatever you want. Dave Boston, the last daddy meal I heard of involved Montone. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I don't like it. Nathan Gerald, I want to see the boat movie. All right. And, I love this one. Stephen Helmer, you know how much he put in for the super chat?
How much?
$6.90.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. That's nice. Rocking my Sammy Brand Muffins hoodie to Chaotic Wrestling tonight. I love to hear that. All you guys that ordered Sammy Brand Muffin shirts, thank you so much. We moved a lot of merch, like way more than I thought we would, by quite a large margin. Tell them Large Margin sent you. Everything went out this week, so you should, hopefully you've already gotten it. If not, you should get it at any moment, right at your doorstep.
Maybe right now.
Maybe it's there.
Your doors.
Go check your door. I appreciate you. And don't forget, I'll cheers with you later.